So welcome to the third video for the art workshop. In this workshop we're going to be talking about proportions. And proportions, this is probably the most important concept that you're going to be learning the entire workshop. Without proportions you will not be able to draw realistic drawings. You're going to be creating something a little bit more like this, where the measurements are all a little bit off. The eye is too big in comparison to the nose, which is too small, in comparison to the mouth, which is too big, in comparison to the chin, which is too small. And so proportions are the relationship between the different measurements. So I'm going to show you two ways of checking proportions. One is the way you can check with photographs, and the other is when you're working from life. Okay, so this will represent the photograph that we're going to be working from, and this will be our drawing. So let me demonstrate how we're going to go about this. When creating a drawing, you do not need to make the measurements exactly the same measurements as they are in a photograph. They can be completely different measurements, and it does not matter as long as all the measurements are proportional to one another, or the same proportions that they are in the photograph. So you can just put one line in. Let's make this the line that we put in. Okay, we're going to start the drawing with this. It's fine that it's completely different than the measurement in this line. That is completely fine. It could be 10 feet tall and it would be fine. It could be 1 millimeter tall and it would be fine. Just as long as all the other measurements are the same, have the same relationship to this measurement as all the other measurements in this drawing, or in this photograph, have relationship to that measurement. Okay. So once we have this line in, once we have this measurement in, we need to figure out the width of this side of the box. So we know the height, now we need to figure out the width. And so what we're going to do is we're going to check the measurement here, check from the height of the the bottom of the box to this corner, and then we're going to check how many times that fits into the width. And it fits exactly one time. And how I'm doing this is the tip of the pencil goes on the top measurement, and then my pinch fingers go on the other measurement. Okay, so my pinch fingers go right here, the tip of the pencil is right here at that point. Like that. Okay, and then I just turn the pencil over to check how many of the height fits into the width. And then I'm going to check my drawing to see whether it's exactly the same. So the same thing, put the tip of the pencil here, put my pinch fingers here, turn it around, check the measurement. And it's pretty close, it's a little bit off, it's a little bit too, it should be a little bit narrower, because the height of the box is just a little bit smaller than the width of the box. While in the photograph, it's 100% the same. Okay, so now we have both the height and the width of that side of the box. And then we can try to figure out this measurement from this, how wide this side of the box is in comparison to the height there. So we're going to check this measurement again. See how many times it fits into the width of this side of the box. 1 1/3. Let's check this. 1, about 1/3. So it's 100% right. And then we can check how tall this measurement is in comparison to how tall this measurement is. Let's check in the photograph. It's about 1 1/4. Also about 1 1/4. Okay, so that's correct. And then we can go on to a little bit more difficult measurements. So we can try to figure out how many times this measurement from this corner to that corner, how many times that fits into this measurement from this corner to that corner. 1, 2, 2.5. Let's see for this one. 1, a little over 2. And so that means that this is a little bit too narrow. The height at the top of the box is a little bit too narrow in comparison to the height of the top of the box in the photograph. So that's kind of how you check proportions, or that is rather how you check proportions with photographs. But this doesn't work when you're working from life, especially when you're working on portraits, because you can't just put your pencil like that. You might not ever get the person sitting for you again. And so you have to do it from a distance. So there are a couple things that you need to do. You need to sit up straight, lock your elbow, because the measurement will change depending on how close or far away your elbow is. So locking your elbow, make sure that the measurement does not change and fluctuate. Okay? Then just as we did with working with photos, pinch the pencil like this, and you can put the pinched fingers on the bottom measurement, the tip of the pencil on the top measurement. It doesn't need to be that way. You could also measure like this if you needed to. Flip it around. Okay? And then turn it over if you're trying to figure out the width of the object. So that's how you figure out proportions. If you have any questions, you can email me at samuelcwalter@gmail.com, and then I will put some more information in the description as well. Well, you have a good rest of your day. Bye.